scatter.
some of the theory behind that is once the dogs are not home, they're not thinking, they're either too aroused, thinking about food, thinking about something else, and they need to process the cues. So when you use a scatter, the brain is thinking right. So, you don't have to.
Oh,
Shoes is coming out to show you guys the next steps.
Yep.
You guys need a more solid shoe.
okay. So what do we do next?
Hang on, let me finish explaining this. So I have to give you guys are just about done. So with the scatter or the side to side is the same thing. All you're trying to do now is bring their brain back to earth. Then you review and you get it and mark it. So the other thing, you guys, with that just kind of popped into my head is the consistency of your marker work is so important because the dogs learn that when you say that marker word, that's really the important behavior that's going to pay down the road. And why I never use my scatter to reinforce anything. My scatter is only for calming. If I want to do a jackpot kind of thing, I actually call it jackpot. And I'll give it multiple wishes from my hand rapid fire. If I really feel like I need a jackpot. But really don't use your scatter as a reinforcer because you are then muddying the waters.
Scatter as a we're done,
Yeah, you can say like all, a lot of people will say all done, and then they a random number of cookies.
I say I use my scatter
Scatter's
to
always got to be a set number.
kind of reset, like when she keyed in on you guys while she was out here, it was scatter, drop my 4 because it resets her brain to stop focusing on you, or when she walked
And it
through and you
never
barked-
made her come back and bark at us.
No, she, at that point she would look at me like, oh yeah, that's right, we're working.
Right. It's like, it's great. It's kind of a reset. I have yet to see dogs really make that association between the scatter and what happened before. Because the whole premise is that they weren't home. They're mentally not there to make that association.
Maybe that's just like where they kind of know what that is. 'Cause I'm thinking, when he knows he's going to get a reward when I say yes to the other words. What is he thinking that scatter means? Does he know?
Well, he knows scatter means that a bunch of trees are going to fall,
Right.
whatever the set number is.
But he doesn't think that he's doing it. He knows.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of times they will start to redirect because they know, okay, I can now function and work with you.
So Pam, were you thinking that the scatter reinforces what we didn't do?
Yeah, I was thinking that it's like, oh, if I put my chin in here for 2 seconds and then I go check out her hand, then I get 5 steps on the ground. Why should I keep my chin here for 1 cheesy
But did
when
you
I can
really,
get 5 by going away and looking at
but
the
did you really see that happen to him?
No, I'm coming back and oh.
Well, and he did the behavior that I asked right after. So
Right.
he proved that.
Right. I mean, and you know, there's a
But I
lot
also,
of
I did notice that Jen like walked away,
That's
disengaged
another
from what
thing,
they
yeah,
were doing, like I
just-
didn't see that.
Yeah.
just to, you know, really make sure you're interrupting the brain. You know, it's always recommended to take that step. There, you know, there's like 1% of dogs who could go down that manipulative road. Okay, but when you work on this enough, you'll catch it. You'll catch it like the second
Carmen,
the
Carmen.
second.
We both look at each other and think, Carmen.
You'll catch it like the split second that it happens because you're like, okay, you were starting to do that. You know, but it's like 1% of dogs. I mean, it's such a small number, but all of these little things can help prevent that from happening.
Well, and I did not realize that you just said it now that you never use scatter as a report. I thought scatter was a report. So,
It's a calming thing.
So Annalise, I think the first time you ever said anything about this, and I read it, is when you had Trig in a class, and you asked him to do something, and he couldn't do it, and you literally walked over and said, hang on, and you dropped the trees, and whoever was teaching it, like, flipped out and said, don't do that, you're rewarding, and you're like, and you did the scatter, and then you came back, because everybody So, I remember that was the very first time that you like publicly really said something about the whole thing and how it never actually associates with what he did wrong or that he didn't do or do correctly back to, and he by far is probably the most up here, and I think Fix kind of goes up there too, but he really was one of those first dogs that you said, this really does work because look, this is what happened in class.
Yeah.
And I know and I think it's posted in that group,
Yeah.
and probably at the beginning or
I
whatever.
mean, and Lisa Schmidt in the seminar was blown away by students doing that and the dogs coming back to work. Because when she first came here, she's like, oh my God, you guys throw so much food on the floor. But it worked.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think the one thing that people forget is we look at a sequence of events and go A, B, C. Dog lives in the moment in time. So, and I don't necessarily always take a step. I'm not very good about that.
Me either.
But when I drop it, I say scatter and drop it. Like to her, that's a new moment. They've already forgotten about what they just did. She's concentrated on this, and then she's like, oh, okay, let's work.
The step is more for the people that are really worried about all of that.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I often forget to take the step, but here I remember because I'm prompted to, but
yeah.
I forget at home to take
It's
the
just,
step.
it just makes things a little cleaner, but it's not the end of the world if you
Right.
don't. Especially once the dogs are really getting it.
Mhm.
Yeah. They learn it's a reset kind of thing.
I have a question. Is there a way to incorporate this? Okay, so Luna crates great at home. I mean, at 10 o'clock she goes in, she might cry a little bit. She crates great in the car. Take her to a new place with somebody else's crate. And I have done crate games like you wouldn't believe. Is there a way
And
to
actually,
make this work with
there's
this?
actually now talk with Sarah Strumming about crate games make all of this behavior worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's,
So, do you have a
she's actually
supplement?
really
Do you
opposed
have a
to
supplement?
crate.
Yeah, remember she's the one that picks it up and shakes it.
Okay,
Have you
so,
worked through that?
No,
at
because
all?
we just talked about that last week and I haven't
I would
brought
try to
that back up.
work through that because I've had dogs do that
Okay.
and just kind of standing
Sure.
on it. Just
Yeah.
first teach it separately,
Okay.
that there is a mission involved, that you
Gotcha.
need to do it, and maybe in a small enough crate so there's not as much room at first.
Okay.
So I would put
But
a
crate
snuffle
games
mat in
are,
there.
and, you know, and you've done some, and
I
more
don't
and
do
more
crate
and
games with all
more,
of my dogs anymore because I think it makes it worse.
yeah,
Because
more and more
I can
people are
tell you-
thinking it makes some of the crate behaviors worse.
Really?
I've done a ton of it
And
Fix
it's because it's actually
screams and
amping
cries.
them up a little bit too much in the crate.
Interesting. Because I will tell you, when I brought her home, she was a screamer. Like you could put her in the crate and she'd scream for hours. And she was more than happy to do that. Which is why then I did crate games because I'm like, this cannot go on. And that stopped there. And she spends enough time, I think, in her car
Have you ever
crate.
tried like a treat and train where you can be remotely?
I haven't. I should just get one and
I've actually had more success with that, with
Okay.
the screaming than
Than
crate games.
crate games?
Because it helps to get you out of the picture,
picture. Oh, that makes sense.
especially if you're part of the picture.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, I would try that, and I would try the snuffle mat, because that's helped a lot of my students. But yeah, you have to teach her that it's not,
Not something you just
Not
pick
a
up and shake. Yeah.
or maybe you have to kind of tie it down to
And there
the
you
crate
go.
or something.
There you go, so she can't pick
Do
it
you
up.
have the heavy ones like she has back there?
Yeah, with the heavy duty
Like,
underneath.
yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you loaded it and she has to pick it up and shake it, she still has to smell around and find
And
the
find
treats
all the cookies
that
that
she
she just,
has dropped everywhere.
Yes,
so-
but look at how quickly she gets her 4 on just a scatter.
I know.
It does not take much.
I
for-
would, well, I'd make them really dark, whatever
Okay.
matching the floor. 'Cause
Gotcha.
that's the other thing too.
Yep.
Like, if I knew it was really an issue, I'd
Yep.
wanna have a variety of treats.
And I
If
did.
the floor is dark, I
Yep.
want dark. If it's light, light.
Yep, and I don't know if you noticed, like sometimes they were the white ones and sometimes
Yeah,
they were
those
these
dark.
black ones. And
Right.
But for the crate, I'd make sure that
So
it
they're all
blends
the
in.
dark, okay. I can do that.
All right, so we're gonna meet next Sunday. What time did we say? 5, 6?
5,
Five.
same time.
Yep.
Same time.
Same
You can
time.
change the time.
Right, yep,
I
yep,
won't,
next
I
Sunday
probably
at
won't show
5.
up here on Saturday.
Okay, so do what you can with your chin. The other thing is, for those of you, if you have a really good down, and a down that you can take some steps with, we can also look at the other game, and I'll bring my hand out with that game on it. That's another on-off game, you know, kind of moving downs.
So Annalise, I start with the treats in my hand. Then do we move to a toy?
Yeah, once you get to where you can kind of do this,
Yep.
then you're gonna go to the toy, but you might have to bunch the toy up if he's too excited.
He's not a huge toy fan. I mean, he will play tug when there's.
So you might maybe start with the toy. If the toy is lower than the food, start with the toy then.
Okay. I mean, he has.
For a lot of
couple
dogs,
different
the toy is higher, and so you start with food. I'd start with what's lowest.
Okay, I'll try the toy and see where he is at with that. And then, so whatever is lowest, that they should be able to do this on both sides with him maintaining his chin.
Yeah, and then with the toy, hopefully you could mark it with your tug word, and you find that reinforcing enough to keep doing the game. If it's not reinforcing enough, then it's not really even a distraction.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, the toy I have is really small, and I put cookies in it, and he knows that there's cookies in there, and it has a squeaker too, so we
So
can.
that might be similar to the food then.
Well, yeah, I don't know, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
So whatever it is, toy or food, and be able to do this.
Yeah.
And then we start doing the down, which we'll talk about next week.
Yep. Well, the other thing is, I mean, if you really got far with it, the other thing is to add some motion. So they're on a stay and you're out here a bit with your toy or your food.
Uh-huh.
And now they've got to run to you, do chin.
And
Now,
then-
because that adds again another layer of arousal of
Okay.
movement.
No, that's good, because,
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of layers, and it's called layers because you're adding one more thing that makes them more aroused. And then the chin calms them down, and then can you do it again and still get a chin? And that's the
So-
hard part.
here's my other question related specifically to him. Mr. I hate being in the crate and whatever, and when you go to let him out of the crate, he's pawing at the crate, and I don't let him out until he's quiet. So I started doing a chin, and then feeding him, and then letting him out.
Cool.
So, she does the same thing, so part of my behavior needs to, that I wanna use that chin to say, you know what? There's no reason for you to freak out. You're gonna get let out. I want you to chin, I want you to come out. And then I let him out, and I just started it literally like yesterday, going, okay, why am I not using this behavior that he,
It's really solid for him now.
and go with this? And I think I'm gonna do it with her too, because you saw the whole, because what if I ask her to come out and just chin right away?
Yeah, once you got.
And then